Let me talk about the mind and compartmentalization. Let me give you a very simple example with a movie that has come out relatively recently, The Flash, where the lead actor, Ezra Miller, there's some news that has come out where he has been physically assaulting women and mistreating them and all that stuff. And for a lot of people, that puts them off from watching the movie. But I'm pretty sure I'm not alone when it comes to being able to compartmentalize in my mind to be able to actually enjoy the movie regardless of who the actor is in real life. I can enjoy the piece of art that is the film, compartmentalize that, and then have a completely separate judgment on whether or not, like, how good of a person they are in real life. But for a lot of people, it's too connected. They see him, they have to like the actor in general, or at least not hate the actor for whatever actions they take in order to actually enjoy the movie. You know, if the actor is, well, a piece of shit that has problems and issues, that will sour, the experience for the movie. But I guess for a lot of people, especially me, I can compartmentalize it. I'll be like, no, I can enjoy the art as a piece on its own, because the intention of the piece of art was to make that piece of art. So this isn't to get into a super debate on whether or not I should be allowed to enjoy The Flash. That was just an example to bring into your mind how the mind can compartmentalize. Some people can separate it. Some people, they can't separate it. Now, I want to ask you, where in your life are you compartmentalizing things the wrong way or in unhealthy ways? I feel like being able to enjoy a movie on its own and not get lost in the drama of who did what, I think that's actually a pretty healthy way to compartmentalize things. However, a lot of people will compartmentalize and silo the experience of, let's say, partaking in a vice and the consequences from it, right? So people will compartmentalize, let's say, lots of excessive drinking, and they'll also separate it from, times of hangover, times of, spending too much money, times of whatever negative experiences. Whereas for me, I see them as connected. And as a result, I just don't partake in drinking. Or another example is people will compartmentalize the experience of, eating some sugary, salt, sugar, fat, all those kind of good foods. They'll eat those foods and then they won't, and then they'll experience it at another time, being fat, having that brain fog, and having that negative experience from their poor diet. Whereas for me, it's to the point where I see it like 1-to-1. Like, if I eat this shit, then I will have that. So as a result, I won't eat shit. But a lot of people don't see it like that. So just like the Ezra Miller, harassing people, they can't separate it from the enjoyment of the movie. Whereas other, people, on the other hand, people will separate the enjoyment of the donut from the suffering from the enjoyment that was caused from the donut. Or how about the very common compartmentalization of not doing whatever you feel like, watching YouTube shorts, doing gaming, not reading, not focusing, and then the consequences of being depressed, not being interested in life, not getting the body you want, not getting the life you want. people will commonly compartmentalize these two things. Where if you realize that these are actually connected in one, then you can say no to the donut. You can say no to the distraction, no to watching a YouTube short, to not doing the work. The same way you say no to eating a donut because you see that you're going to suffer of, being fat and unhealthy. You're going to say no to distraction. Say no to whatever dopamine fishing, chasing those dopamine hits, because you see it as a direct correlation to that's not going to make you into the person that you want to be. That's just going to perpetuate the suffering and keep you stuck. It's not going to get you to where you want to go. So I want you right now to reflect in your life. Where are you compartmentalizing the negative activities that you're doing in your life and how you're deceiving yourself in not seeing the consequences for every action you take? Start thinking in that way. If I do this, then what's going to come out of it? If I'm reading this book, how is this fitting into my life picture? If I was casting a vote to being my best self and then just being mediocre like the rest, what is this action right now casting a vote towards? And so I want you to try to train your mind to actually see it. That's all connected. So that every single action you take is connected to your future, is connected to your state of mind, how you're going to feel, the money you're going to make, the amount of interest you have, and all the results that you want, the body you want, the amount of art you can create. How about the amount of satisfaction that you'll have from creating the art that, whatever it is, that is your art. Whatever that is for you, whatever your craft is. So, if you cannot watch a movie because you know that the actor, it's connected that the actor lives in a way that you do not agree with, why not live in the same way where if you do not agree with being mediocre, if you do not agree with not earning any the money you want, if you do not agree with not having the body you want, then why would you skimp out on all the positive habits that you need to be partaking in to create the life that you want and to become the person that you came here to be? So it's up to you. Will you actually train your mind right now to start seeing how things are connected? It's all about really just taking responsibility now and choosing to see the bigger picture. So with that, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.